Welcome to our 5 on 5. Pleased to welcome back Medford Mayor and Republican Jackson County Commissioner candidate Randy Sparacino. Good to see you, sir.
Always great to see you, Craig. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for coming by. So, of course, I'm sure a lot of people know you have a long career at Medford Police. You retired as chief in 2019. You ran for state senate against Jeff Golden 2 years ago and have served on several local government committees and commissions. Now, as I said, running for Jackson County Commissioner. A lot of Jackson County leaders have pushed for a new, larger jail, and you being with the background in law enforcement, you know this. I believe you're even on a committee for this for the county. Voters, as you know, rejected in May 2020 an effort to get this going at the start of the jail. How do you think the county should handle this? To go back to the drawing board, go to a smaller effort?
Well, to fully explain what I've done there, so about 2 years ago, a group of local leaders were basically kind of lamenting the need for a new jail. We had a lot of forced releases and there was a lot of criminality happening, so we wanted to try to figure something out. And I actually assembled this group that I'm part of. It's not a political action committee, it's actually a group of local leaders, counselors, commissioners, business leaders that just wanted to try to figure out a mechanism to try to improve things and see what will happen. That led to the county doing some surveys, the sheriff doing some surveys, and the sheriff and the Medford chief are actually on this committee as well. Mm-hmm. And my opinion is we desperately need a new jail. The jail was overcrowded in the mid-'80s shortly after it was built. Our population hasn't shrank, it has grown, and as we all know, a defund the police proposition doesn't work, so we need to figure out a mechanism so that we can actually have a jail that will meet our needs. And whatever that happens to be, we'll work on it. We're still continuing to meet and try to figure out a mechanism that is most economically feasible for our community. And jail is a piece of it. There's also other aspects to that too, stabilization centers and some mental health crisis centers that we're looking at as well.
Mm-hmm. The economy is certainly stronger now than it was in May of 2020. That's 2 months after the start of the pandemic. Things were quite uncertain in all of our lives.
Right.
Like the jail, many want to see a new, larger animal shelter for the county. It's old. What would you like to see there? Because you can't spend money everywhere.
Correct. Well, the animal shelter is a desperate need. It is something that needs to be worked on, and I've talked to leaders at the county, and I know that they're attempting to address the issue, and they're working on it. And so I'd like to see them address that issue, and if it isn't meeting the need after I'm elected, then we will visit it. But right now, I think that they're actually working on a plan to try to address the problem, and we'll hopefully come up with a good solution.
Okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Much more in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Medford Mayor and Republican Jackson County Commissioner candidate Randy Sparacino. The state, along with the help of the Oregon Builders Association, have made changes in recent years to reduce regulations and build more housing, which we all seem to be able to agree on is very necessary, certainly post-Alameda fire. You have said the county needs to speed up the development process. Is that less red tape? Is that lower fees? Can you give us some examples of what you do in office?
Absolutely. I believe it's streamlining the system. So one of the first things I did as mayor, I created an ad hoc committee on development process because I was hearing a lot of complaints about the process in the city of Medford. So we put a bunch of stakeholders together in the same room. We started to hash out what the problems were, where the sticking points were. Then we brought in staff, and staff evaluated those sticking points and those problems, and they actually improved the process. And I think that's something that can be emulated throughout the county, not just at the Jackson County, but also in other communities within our community. Because as you know, the faster you can develop a piece of property, the less expensive it is. So it lends itself to housing affordability.
You've called the economy a priority of yours. How do commissioners impact the economy, and how would you do so if elected?
So I am a proponent of limited government and ensuring that we don't overregulate people. That's like the baseline of being a conservative person, is to ensure that you're not overly burdening someone or overly taxing or overly feeing someone. So that's how I see that the county commissioners can do that, is by ensuring that we are not doing any more regulatory burdening than is absolutely required by state law.
Okay, good to see you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.